welcome to my channel. My name is Faye and this is Fairy Floss Creates, my little YouTube space all about cross stitch, all about embroidery, all about all the creative things I get up to. And so today, as it's been a while since I've done any videos, I came back a couple of weeks ago just to pop in and say hello. I promised you I would be doing a WIP parade. It's 2024. I haven't worked on a lot of things just because I've been really busy doing lots of other things as well. However, I've made a pact now that I've counted up all my WIPs, and it's a number that I'm not overly keen on having, even though it's fine. I thought, you know what, now is the time to go through everything, see what I've got, and actually start planning what I can start finishing. Because the problem with me is I seem to have started a lot of things, but I haven't finished that many of them. So I just think this year now, even though I've got a few other things to get on with first, like weddings and whatnot, definitely feel like by the end of the year, this WIP pile needs to start feeling a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter. So I think I've got 26 WIPs, which isn't the worst. It's not the best. For me, I think I'd be much happier with around the 10 to 15 marker of WIPs. I think that would be my sweet spot of cross stitch WIPs, because I do lots of other crafting as well. So yeah, it would be much better to get that number down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the WIPs I've got so far. Now, I'll put my hand up now and say I think I can only find 24 of the 26 WIPs. I've got a couple that I know that I've got, but they are missing in action at the moment. So what I will do at the end of the video is just pop in a picture of those two and what they are, and then eventually I'm sure I will find them amongst all the many piles of craft stuff in the house and share them with you at some point in the near future. But until then, let's get cracking. I'd love to say I'm going to count them as I go, but I probably will lose count because that's a big number. So let's just get them out one by one, show you what I've got. I'll add in pictures next to them if I need to, and if I forget the names of anything, which I probably will, I'll put the names in next to them as well when I edit this video later on. But here we go. Here is WIP number 1, and this is a Haid. Probably started this 2 years ago maybe. I went through a phase of buying lots of really nice Haid patterns off the website, and I'm quite glad I did actually, because I know that a lot of the Haid patterns are being retired now. So this is Mini Vango. Cannot remember the artist. I'll pop a picture in here, and this is how far I've got so far on this. So I'm doing this on quite a small count, and I'm also doing it in 10 stitch as well. Is that the right way around? Yes, it is. Just checking it. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference, let's face it, but just thought I'd check it was the right way round. So yeah, this is Mini Vango, and it's two little cats in a Van Gogh style. I think the majority, all my Haids, apart from one, are cat related, of course, because I've got this dream of having a Haid cat wall when I'm about 85, probably the way that this is going. But you know, it's a start, and maybe this is something that I will work on a little bit with in the near future. So that is WIP number 1 tossed out of the way. Now this next one is a WIP that I can't even remember starting. I only started it last year, but I just didn't even realise that I'd done it. So I think I might actually get this finished this year so that it's done, because yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so this is A Little Bee by Lizzie Kate, and that's what it will look like. This is an organised one. This has got the pattern in with it, and I'm actually doing all right on that. I've actually done a fair bit of it, so this might come with me to my next stitching group at the weekend, and this could be a target to having 25 WIPs by the end of the month. So that's my WIP number 2. These are all just getting tossed to the side now. never to be seen again. Right, it is my third WIP, which you must all be quite familiar with me. This is Fortune Teller, which is a Heaven and Earth design by Lisa Jackson. And it very much looks like Marley, which is why I absolutely love it. This is the Haid that I've got the most progress on, most definitely. And I just need to keep going and going on this because it is absolutely gorgeous. I do love working on this when I get it out. So this is where I am so far on this. 2 pages through, onto the 3rd page, working my way down this book. And yeah, I absolutely love this. This I do bring out at the weekends sometimes, but really not as much as what I should. I think I am going to start doing a Haid weekend rota just so I can get a little bit of movement on all of them. But yeah, that is where I'm up to at the moment with good old Fortune Teller. Oops. Right, what's next? Okay, so this is a big messy old bag. Just realised what it is. This is Pandemic. So Pandemic, obviously I bought in, it was a freebie, wasn't it, in 2020, and still working on it. It's still not got off that first page. It is a monster, let's face it. This is probably a bit of a life project for me. However, you know, I am making progress. So with this, I am using any old scraps of floss that's left over from magazines, from kits, from anything, and just filling it in as I go along. I've got this really, really nice fabric from Megan Coffee, and that's where I am so far on this. So yeah, I'm using all the bright colours, all the fun colours, theming it as I go along. And I do take it travelling with me. It's been to Slovenia, this piece, which is really cool. I took it away 2 years ago, stitched it on my balcony in Slovenia, looking over Lake Bled. It was really, really nice. And I'm stitching it in hand as well. I don't even use a hoop on this. So this might come for a little travel with me again. And that would be quite a nice goal, just to get page number 1 finished. And then I can move on to the next page. So I'm not actually that far off a page finish. Right. Pop that over there. Right, here's my next WIP. This is one of the more recent ones I've been working on, from the Emma Condon. Where is it? Hang on. Yes, it is in. From the Emma Condon Cross Stitch from the Heart book, which is this, and I'm working currently on the. It's not got a name, I don't think, but it's a very Pride based one. It's really cool. It's got rainbows and love is love and together and peace and all sorts of really nice symbols, because my aim is eventually, when I finished it, to take it to work. I work in a school, and hang it up in my library, and everyone can see it and share it. Let me just pop it off the hoop so you can see where it's up to. Of course it's now stuck in the hoop. Now I've just stitched a weird stitch. There we go. Take it out. And that is where I'm up to on here. So I'm doing really well. This has been a bit of a focus piece. I've been pushing my way through. I am going to take a bit of a break from it for a month maybe, just so I can work on some other things and maybe get some smalls finished. But I'm actually really enjoying just ploughing through one piece as well, because I can just see the progress moving on it all the time. Let me just show you again. That was a bit of a quick shot before, but I absolutely love how the colours come together, how the words look. She's really good with her wording, Emma Condon. I absolutely love stitching Emma Condon words, because she just has a really, really good flair for it, for making the words really stand out. They're so much better than any of the other worded stitches I've seen, in my humble opinion. So the next one is another Haid. I've got 4 Haids in total. This is my 3rd one. This has got a bit dusty. I think this hasn't been in a bag, so it has found the dust of my house. So I'm just going to bat it down a bit, which is probably going to make me sneeze as well. So this is Cat Alphabet. This is another one that is really cool. And there's not much of a start happened on this one yet. This is when I went through my Hade phase. And I've got a tiny start on it. But I'm going to pop a picture of Cat Alphabet in so you can see it. But I've just literally done 3 whole squares. And that's what it looks like. I think that's the right way round. Yeah, it must be if it's the top right corner. So, wouldn't it be nice to see a few more squares on that by the end of 2024? So yeah, I think I am going to put my... I've got 4 Hades, but I only work on 3 because the one I'm about to show you now, I had to reload the pattern onto Pattern Keeper and it ended up all vanishing. So I haven't got the Pattern Keeper pattern like all done up for it, but it's fine. I'll get back to it eventually. So this one, this little dirge of colour here is, what's it called? It's called Storytime. I'll pop a picture up anyway. Really nice one. I think it's, I can't remember the name of the artist off the top of my head either. But I will pop all that information up for you. It's called Storytime. I actually got quite far with this. For me, for a massive Hade, but I'm just gonna have to get it going again at some point. But yeah, that's where I am for the time being, so I'll just pop that down for now. And yeah, that's my 4 Hades. That's what I have got to work my way through, which I will do. It's fine, I've got all the time in the world. So what else have I got on my pile? This is cute. This is something that I started at the Essex Needle Retreat. I went for the day in, was it January or February this year? And I picked this up there so I could just like do something small while I was there. And I've actually made a fair bit of progress on this. This will not take long to finish. This could probably be finished some point soon. Look, I've done absolutely loads really. I just need to finish off the blues around it and then add all the beads. When I've done that, I've got a finish. Quick win. So yeah, I think that will have to find its way onto my quick win pile. And then slowly this list of whips will be going down, 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 down. Next I have got, this is another one actually that's quite a quick one to finish. I don't know how to show you this because I think I might only have the charts. So this was a... Oh, I can actually. I can sort of show you. Semi-show you. This was a free calendar that came with Cross Stitcher magazine by Tiny Modernist. And I've managed to do, I'll show you what I've done so far. I've managed to do January, February and March as well. So I've got 3 done. So I just need to do the other 9 months of the year and then that's a finish as well. So maybe if I can speed my way through April, because we've just had April, and move myself on to May, then by the end of the year, 1 a month, could have a finish. And then I can do all my nice finishing. If you go on Gracie Cool Stitchery's Instagram or on her TikTok, then she shows you how she's finished all hers. And it looks absolutely awesome. So there you go. Then I'll have a little calendar. My next WIP on this pile, I don't know how much. Yeah, this is why I didn't count because I just knew I'd totally lose count halfway through. This is something that I love. I've been working on it for ages. You will definitely seen it before. Right, I don't want to take this out really of its, because I am working on it. I'll kind of, oh, maybe I just will. Maybe I won't. I won't, but I'll show it in a video soon properly anyway. This is Nutcracker Village. This is Country Cottage Needlework, I think. And so far on this, I have done, let me see. I've done the middle motif that says Nutcracker Village, which you can sort of see. I've done 2 houses, one here, one there, and I'm on my 3rd house. So I've had this for a few years now. I think this might be 2021 maybe. And this is another really nice one, which I love working on. I love working through, finishing a house, moving on to the next one. But it would be so nice to actually get this finally finished so that I can put it up at Christmas time. I'm working on all these Christmas things. None of them have been ready for Christmas yet. But yeah, I'm currently working on this little pink shop. I can't quite remember what the shop is. Possibly a candy shop or a flower shop. But yeah, I absolutely love working on this. It is turning out really nicely. And yeah, this is something that will come out again a little bit more, I think. Probably not going to get finished for this Christmas, but fingers crossed, Christmas 2025, this will be on my wall. Okay. Oh, what's next? So this one is something I fall out of love with a little bit, but it's something that I want to get finished because it is meant to be a gift for somebody. This is Clouds Factory, Humans After All. So it is lots of really, really famous people from throughout all the ages and eras. So you've got like Vikings, you've got Shakespeare, you've got Beethoven, Isaac Newton, all the big names on there. And I am trying to make this for my friend's little boy's room so it can go up on his wall, but I'm not getting very far with that. And this is as you can see, this is where I am so far. I've like done 3.5 motifs, which is a bit poor to be honest, but it's okay. Like, it's the sort of thing, he's about maybe 3 years old now. I could still give it to him when he's 5, when he's 6. You know, he might appreciate it more even then. So it's going to go away for now. When I've got some other things finished, it might come back out again, and I might try and find the love with it again as well. I don't know why I don't enjoy doing it, but I don't know. It is what it is. So my next WIP is one of my Mill Hills. This is, oh my god, this is a bit of a slow burner. I've had this for years. I've got all the stitching done, but of course I just need to sit down and commit to the beading. And I think the last time I did a WIP Parade, which was probably 2022, I was like, oh, I'm going to get the beading done and get this finished. But I never actually did. So this is Main Street by Mill Hill Buttons and Beads. And it's super cool. I absolutely love it. Really, really want it up in my house. But it's not been beaded yet. So everything's done. Look, all it needs is the beads. For goodness sake, if I do not finish this by Christmas, I will give you permission to come to my house and just take all my stitching off me and punish me for forevermore, because there's absolutely no reason why that is not finished yet. It's just sitting there waiting to be beaded. So that has to be done by Christmas. End of. This is another Mill Hill. I think I've got about 3 or 4 Mill Hills on the go. There is actually one that I keep thinking about, but I cannot find it. It'll be in the house somewhere, but that's going to be on my little picture at the end where I show you the ones that I just have no idea where they've gone. I'm just going to pause the video for a second. Amazing. Right, so the next Mill Hill I've got is a little Halloween one. And again, same thing. I've done all the stitching. Have I done the beading? No, I've not. I'm just going to have a little dedicated beading afternoon, I think, where I get everything done. So this is Love Halloween, which is super cute. Just like the cat, another little heart. And look how ridiculous. It's all done. It's just waiting for beads. And then it's done. So again, that's another one, which would take another small WIP off my list. That would take me down to, what, 24, 23, if I got all these little ones finished. So I'm going to put this aside and put it in my smalls pile. And then hopefully, in the next few weeks, you might see a finish on that. Okay, what's my next? This is... have I got a picture of it? So this was a great idea at the time. Me and Stitchy Gem decided we were going to do a temperature chart together. Like, I've never done one before. I was really keen on doing one. I don't know if Jem has done it. I need to check. Stitchy Jem, tell me in the comments below, have you done this? Because I haven't, because I'm useless. So this was so cute at the time, and it still is. Temperature birds. All these different birds to do the temperature every single day of the year. How far did I get? You need to know. What have I done? That is as far as I got. So not even scratching the surface of January. I'm not quite sure what my code is with this. If I'm doing the grey bits and just filling in the middle bit. Yes, I am. So you do like little grey bits on each bird, and then you fill them in with the colour of the day of what the temperature is. So I'm gonna try and get a few more lines of this done, and then hopefully by 2025 I might do a temperature chart for next year. But don't hold me to that. It's one of those things that looks good at the time, and then you realise what a commitment it is to stitch a bird every single day, and you just don't do it. Or I don't anyway. I'm a bit lax. So next on my pile is another thing which I've had, I think, since 2020. I got a Minichatan, which is called Mini Bar and May, and that looks like this, and it's got lots of little mini sheep and a little mini Highland cow in the middle, and it uses all sorts of beautiful cottons like water lilies, and I remember going to the London bead shop when it was still open to go and buy all the specialty threads for it. And do you know what? I made some progress on it. I've done that much. It's not actually much there to finish. I mean, it's very, very small. It's in 1/1. I think the sheep and the cow is 1/1, which I think is why it's a bit daunting and I've not done it yet. But I need to finish this because I have got an actual chatelaine waiting in the cupboard to be started, which I keep promising myself I will start. And I feel I need to finish this before I actually do start that chatelaine. So that'll get a bit of progress on it, hopefully. It will go on my list. Right, not many more to... Well, that's a lie. There's a few more to go. Here's another one that I have done some work on, but not enough. And this, again, would be quite nice to get finished at some point. Well, they would all be quite nice to get finished at some point, let's face it. This is Berthy Threads Beryl Cook's Bubbly. All these fun girls having a good time in the sauna. Absolutely love this. I love Beryl Cook. She's a wonderful, she was a wonderful, wonderful artist. Got all her books. Absolutely adore her work. Really want to finish this to pay homage to her, and just the whole sauna scene as well. And this is as far as I've got. Got the hair that looks like a croissant and a champagne bottle. I think it would be quite a nice idea to pull that out and aim for a page, to finish a page and then move on to something else. And just get a little bit more of it done. I might stick that on a rota, see if I can aim for a page finish, and then there's a bit of progress on it. Because yeah, that is something that has been sitting here for way too long now. And I've got so many other charts and kits and things that I just want to start on, but I cannot justify starting anything else until I've actually finished some of these projects that I've got. I think one of the things was during lockdown, I did get so excited. My whole life became quite encompassed by watching FlashTube and watching other people and just buying what I fancied, knowing that I was inspired by it, which is a great thing and it's absolutely fine. But like, that was a different lifestyle when I had time to sit down every day and do some stitching. And now I've got so many other things that I want to do. Now everything's gone a little bit, well, everything is back to normal, let's face it. You know, I want to go out. I want to go to the theatre more. I've got books to read. I've got so many other things to do. I just don't use my time to stitch and craft and create as much as I used to, which is absolutely fine. It's just things change. But yeah, at the same time, I've left myself with an absolute ton of things that need finishing in the house. And yeah, once I've actually got some of this done, I can put it up on the wall, I can have some nice things up, and I can move on and get more crochet out, I can get more patchwork out, I want to start quilting properly, that kind of thing. So yeah, I just would like this year to start kiboshing some of these projects so I can get started on some really nice stuff as well. Right, let's keep going, because I'm not quite finished yet. It's not a massive pile now, and this is some of the bigger projects. So this is another one that should be finished. Started this potentially. How can it's got a load of sheet music in it as well. How is that? Started this potentially in 2020, pretty much when I started doing floss tube, I think, as well. And this is one of my Bothy threads. It is the Brontes. For those of you that don't know me very well, I am a librarian, and I've got the whole set of, what is it, the Brontes, Jane Eyre, Shakespeare and Dickens, and my dream is to get them all done to put them up in my library. And of course, I've got a bit of a way to go. This is the Brontes, and this, oh, I've done more than I thought. That is what I've done so far. It looks so good when it's done as well. So yeah, that is another thing. A couple of weeks ago, I went to see a play at the National Theatre called Underdog, all about the other Bronte, who is Anne, and I am Team Anne. I absolutely love Agnes Grey. She's my favourite Bronte, and so maybe I should, because I've just been, pull this out again and get some more Brontes done. I don't have to finish the whole thing, just maybe get a couple more of the story stage. Right, my pile, oh, is depleting. Right, this is ridiculous. This is a Nora Corbet, and it's one of the witches, and I just totally can't remember what it's called. So I am, with this one, going to have to pop it up in the up below, pop it up so I can tell you what it's called. Put the name up so I can tell you what it's called. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I love this one. I fell in love with it with the checkerboard effect. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So I've started it. Still got a bit of a way to go on it, but I do find the Noras stitch up quite quickly. So I might not start it again just yet, but maybe wait till Halloween month and then start ploughing through and try and get a bit of a October Nora Fest going and see if I can get some more of this witch done, because she'd look so cool to be done as well. So yeah, totally can't remember her name. I will have a look and find the picture as well. Now, you will have to excuse me. I am choking in dust. These whips have been sitting around for quite some time. Okay, my next thing. Look at the state of these bags. I don't know if anybody else buys these thinking they're really good for whips, and then the zips just break and the bag just breaks as well. Not worth it, don't bother. This is, oh, adorable. I love this actually. I started this last year properly. I think I started it in bed when I had COVID and it didn't go very well, so I ditched it for a while, and then last year I started getting quite into it. So this is Ye Oldie Coffee Shop by Dimensions, one of the gold collection ones, and it's a little petite one, so it'll be lovely small when it's finished. I did just see somebody finish this in a Facebook group the other day, and it looked really, really nice. So this is where I've got so far. Yeah. I've just potentially lost the needles. Oh no, it's there. It's just, I don't know how I've got so many needle minders, but none of my needle minders seem to make it into my projects. They just sit in drawers. But yeah, this is where I've got so far. So It's going all right, actually. There's a lot of counting involved. It is quite a complex pattern. I'm gradually working away at this top bit now, and then I'm going to hopefully work my way down it. But yeah, there's a lot of counting to do, a lot of colour changes. Like the dimensions kits are bonkers because they've got so many blends in them and odd specialty stitches and things, but they look so good when they're done. So I am going to continue with that. Might come out at Christmas. It's quite a nice December stitch because it's really festive. And then, oh, damn it. There we go. Right, I'm making such a mess here as well. What's missing? Right, I feel like I might have something. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong pile. I'm looking at the pile of things that I've already been through. Right. Here's my big girl. So this is one of my 2 Mirabilias that I'm working on. And this is a bit of a long time project as well. One day we'll get there with her, but this is October Opal Fair. I am an October birthday, so of course I had to get her. She's beautiful, absolutely love her, and she's not been out in quite some time. I do take her to Mirabilia retreats when I go on them, and I do get a bit of working on her there. But then I always end up buying a Nora when I'm on a Mirabilia retreat, so I end up putting her away. But no, she is getting there slowly. She does deserve a little bit of time, actually. So maybe I will get her out for an afternoon in the half term and make a little bit of progress on her. Because, yeah, she's another one. She'll be so nice when she's finished and up on the wall. But, oh, let's see. Right, I think there's about 4 to go here. So it seems. Right, this is another lovely one, which needs some luck. This is another one that's actually not too far off being finished. Totally forgotten the name of this, but it's an Owl Forest embroidery, and it's this amazing cat. I have seen other people finish this, and it looks absolutely fab when it's done. So let me just, do you know what, I'm going to pop it off the hoop as well. And then you can get the full idea of how much I've done. Because this is probably one of my most progressive pieces. This is a gift for somebody as well. So I'm not going to say who, because they may watch my channel, they may not. But I'm sure they'll still be happy when they get it. But oh, that's really creased. I should have a board like proper floss tubers do. But, you know... There we go, that's what I've done so far. So, still working on one half of her, but I've got so much of it done. And yeah, it comes together so nicely. Those patterns just like really stand out. Like, even though it's like a lemon yellow fabric, even the light colours seem to just pop out on it as well. So, that is another one that could get finished potentially this year and could get gifted at Christmas. Maybe that is a nice challenge for me to complete it, gift it, and then that is off the pile. Okay, my next WIP is, actually I'll get this one out first. This is my other Mirabilia, and this is Shimmering Mermaid. Have I got a picture of Shimmering Mermaid? Oh, maybe. Yes, I do. Shimmering Mermaid I fell in love with because I absolutely love the pattern on her mermaid tail, and I've done a bit of her. She's another one. I think because there's a lot of thought that goes into stitching a Mirabilia, and you need to get everything out, and there's a lot of, you need a lot of space. I've just not done that much on her either, but she's a work in progress. I don't know which way up does she go? That way, I think. And that's how much I've done so far. So it's a small start, but you know, she'll grow. I mean, I never thought that Opal Fair would get as big as she did, but you know, she's been growing, so eventually I'll get her back out again and we'll see a bit of progress on Shimmering Mermaid. To be fair, they're the only two Mirabilias I'm going to be working on for the time being. I'd never pick up a third Mirabilia. I do want to start a Bella Filipina. Potentially I might do it as a birthday start towards the end of the year, because I've got 3 or 4 Bella Filipina patterns, and yeah, I'd like to kit one up and get going on one, because I do love the patterns. I just think they're absolutely lovely. So yeah, that might be something that will happen later on this year. Right, 2 more to go. This is, I call this the Ferret. It's not a ferret, it's a Tudor ermine, and let me show you a picture. It's the blue flower Tudor ermine, and I love this. This is like my coronation piece, because I went to see the coronation robe and everything last year when it was in Buckingham Palace, and it was really cool, and it was the coronation last year as well. But you know what, I thought, you know, this would be a really cool thing to stitch instead, because the ermine is a bit of a royal creature, and I've done I've done a tiny bit of this. I've just got started on it, so, but it's not a massive pattern, so that is something that I could potentially keep working on this year and maybe get a finish out of. But yeah, I do like it. It's got a really nice colourway as well. I think that's all the colours it uses. So I think I bought that at a retreat, I'm not too sure. And now this is my final one, and this is adorable, and I worked really hard to catch up with everybody, because some of my friends that I go on retreats with, we all bought it as a bit of a sale to do, but of course they fired ahead. I'm useless. I'm not very good at sales and things, but I was like, oh, I'll join in, but in my own time. And this is Welcome to the North Pole, which is going to look so cute on my wall at Christmas in 2042, but I'm going to have to stitch it. It is going to take till 2042 to get this done. Absolutely love it though. And pretty much completed the first part of it. I've only got that last little swirly bit to do at the end, and then it's done, and then I can move on to part 2. So I might try and finish that little part of it by the end of May, and then move on to the next part in June. That could be a good thing. Or I might save it till Jolly July and do a bit more in July, who knows. But there we go, that is all of my WIPs apart from 2. So the 2 that I know, but I'm missing somewhere in action here, are the Mill Hill that I mentioned, which is a trick-or-treat one. I'm going to try and find a picture of it. Really nice autumnal gothic one. And then the other one I bought last year at the quilt show in Birmingham and off Kate Sparkley's, and that was Tulips of Amsterdam, and I'm sure I've seen it around, and it's a, cannot remember the designer, totally just going to have to look all that up line and pop it on the side here and show you, but it's, I don't even think it's called Tulips of Amsterdam, it's called Houses of Amsterdam, I think it's called, and that's somewhere in my house, but I have no idea where it is at the moment. But there you go, that is all my WIPs of 2024. Hopefully by the end of the year, we've still got how many months left of this year? We're in May now, so about 7 months left, and just a wedding in between. I'm hoping I can get my WIP count down to, let's go for 18 WIPs. I think that is, it's ambitious, but there are quite a few small things in there. please could you comment in the comments below and tell me which WIPs you'd like to see me finish by Christmas time this year, or what would be more manageable. What would you prefer? What would you like to see me stitch on? And then let's see if I can get myself down to 18. I think if I get down to 20, I'm going to treat myself to a new start. Then when I get down to 15, I'll treat myself to another new start. I'd love to get myself down to 20 at least, which is 6 finishes. And if I can get down to 18, which is 7 finishes, that would be, oh, so much better. It would make me happier. Don't expect me to, don't say a haid. I'm not going to finish a haid. That'd be crazy. But anything else you think I could finish, or what you'd like to see me complete, maybe 1 page of a haid, maybe, which is your favourite of my 4 haids, anything, let me know in the comments below. If you have never been to my channel before and you'd like to follow me on this journey of finishing all these WIPs, please do like and please do subscribe. I'd really love to have some more subscribers come and join me. For those of you that have stuck with me through all my turmoils of just never having enough time to stitch, etc., keep on coming, you know, it's all right. I'm pretty real. I don't have all the time in the world to get everything done, but I do love all the stitching that I do. And I have got some other videos on the way as well soon. Really looking forward to getting back into the swing of things with YouTube, because I had a bit of a mini break. But yeah, I've got lots of exciting times coming up ahead, but lots of exciting stitchy crafty times ahead as well, I hope. So without further ado, I will bid you farewell, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Keep smiling, keep stitching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye!